This is such a hard video. God. Okay. One side of my hair is fucked. The other side is... Anyway. So I'm starting this video exactly where I am. I'm sitting at my desk in my office and I don't know, I've been feeling really heavy and I think not a lot of actual people's lives are shown on social media and online, and I guess I just wanted to start by acknowledging that everybody has feelings, even content creators, and I've been a creator my whole life, not necessarily a content creator, but I have been a creator. I've been a singer for most of my life before I even started creating content on the internet. And I feel like my journey into content creation hasn't been linear. Yeah, my whole reason for creating content in the first place was not clear to me up until probably this year. I've been really sketchy with content on the internet. Like, I've never really shared like about the one thing. Like, I tried to share music, didn't feel right, took a lot of time off, got jobs in between. And now I'm here, I've started sharing a lot of fashion content on my Instagram and my TikTok, and I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that on here. But I've only really just started getting clear on what exactly it is, I want to share, and what, makes me happy and what sets my heart on fire. So yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge that even creators have feelings. And even though we put our life out there for people to see, we still have bad mental health days. We still have real things that happen in our personal lives and stuff like that. I'm sharing this because I want to help other women, not just women, but even just human beings in general, feel more seen and heard. I want to normalize normality. I want to show people that you can be vulnerable, you can be yourself, and still, hopefully one day make a living from that. I feel like a lot of people have to put on a character every day. And look, I'll be honest, that's just not who I am. I am 100% myself, and I always have been to a fault, So I feel like also there's been a lot of pressure to speak up and share our feelings and our beliefs and be loud about it. And you know what? I think that's amazing. And, when I do feel passionate and feel led to share something, I always do. But I feel like there's a difference between like sharing for advocacy, sharing to benefit the world versus sharing for clickbait. And I feel like a lot of people do that and they take advantage of the fact that there's a lot going on in the world at the moment, that sometimes, advocating for something is not necessarily coming across as real or true. And that's something that I guess I struggle with, as I'm a real empath and I can tell when someone's genuinely all about something and passionate about something versus somebody who's just saying it because they want to get views. And yeah, I think there's a lot of pressure out there to be heard and to advocate for certain things, but I really feel truly that you should 100% be researching. You should be constantly researching what you're passionate about and know all the information about what you're passionate about before you advocate for something. And that's why a lot of times I stay silent on things, is because sometimes I don't have the mental capacity to do the research. There's so many things out there that I could be advocating for. Right now, within my mental bandwidth, I am able to advocate for plus size women, size inclusivity, and anything that is within the realm of mental health, women in mental health, not women in mental health, but you know what I mean, like women who suffer from, bad mental health, and also sharing good mental health. And just that's within my scope of bandwidth is what I'm able to share right now. I have a limited energy. I feel like I've been just suffering from, up to a decade of burnout, and I just don't have it in me. I'm just so tired. Like, I see what's going on in the world and man, my heart is just broken. And, there's so much information as well as misinformation out there that sometimes people share things and they don't even realize they're sharing the wrong thing. And I just don't want to be that person. And that may be safe, whatever. That's just how I feel. So I chose to put myself out there as a plus size advocate, an advocate for plus size women in particular, because that's my experience, and sharing content that normalizes inclusivity, normalizes women wearing whatever makes them feel good without feeling like they are interrupting society's norm, which I absolutely think you should. By the way, you should 100% interrupt society's norm, because the world is so serious. There is so much going on that I feel like there needs to be love and light out there. But also, like, I am very much in the middle of burnout, and I'm very much in the prime of parenting. Like, I have a 10-year-old son. I have a partner that works fly in, fly out. So, like, I most of the time have a lot on my shoulders. I know everybody has a lot on their shoulders, but this is just my reality. And, I can continue to show up online and advocate for plus size women and size inclusivity and everything that makes a woman beautiful while also struggling mentally. I can do that. But I just wanted to let you guys know that it is very real. A lot of people out there do suffer from bad mental health, whether it be depression, anxiety, or intrusive thoughts, and, imposter syndrome and things like that, that do make our jobs a lot harder. So, but I am able to coexist with those feelings and let them pass and acknowledge that they're there, but also still show up for you guys, because it's my passion. I love, seeing stories about women who, have had their lives changed because of some content that I've shared just like off the cuff. And it's really put things into perspective for me that everything I do share is seen by somebody, and it doesn't matter whether my content gets 200 views or whether it gets 15,000 views or 100,000 views. It doesn't matter. What matters is that I am reaching the right people, and the right people are staying and wanting to share this community with me. Now, I have shared for a really long time that I have been on a journey of coming home to myself, and that journey has not been straightforward. It has not been linear in any way. Coming home to yourself is probably the hardest thing that you could ever do. It means having to face a lot of emotions that I would have put away. It means having to go back in time and think about, why certain things trigger me now, and what happened either in my childhood or in my young adolescent life that has shaped me into this person that I am. Because, to be honest, and I'll be completely frank with you, there's still a lot in life that triggers me. I still suffer day to day with feeling triggered about certain things, or getting anxiety in social situations based on, what was conditioned into me as a young child. Now, I don't blame the older generation for anything that we experience as millennials. I think that it's just a chain reaction of things that have gone on in previous generations, baby boomers, like post World War, things like that. Things that have happened, life events that have shaped us into who we are. And we've just, it's trickled down into the generations. And now I'm here as a millennial. I have the bandwidth to break the cycle, and I would love to do that just so my son and the next generation can live harmoniously. There we go. They can live harmoniously and at least have good mental health, at least have a good relationship with their bodies, with their minds, and with their souls. That's just what I want for my son and the next generation. And, I am very much caring about the generation as a whole, not just me and my family, but like my friends' kids and their friends' kids, and, just like spreading kindness out in the world and encouraging children to not always have the resilience that we have, because as, adults, you grow resilience as you get older. It doesn't matter how resilient or unresilient you are in life. I feel like the more you get older, the more life challenges you, and you grow that resilience until you're an adult. And even now, I'm still growing resilience. So, when I hear adults say kids don't have resilience, well, they're not supposed to. They're literally born out of you. And whatever you teach them in life is what they're going to take into their adulthood. And resilience comes from life. I would not have the resilience that I have now if I didn't live the life that I live. So I think one thing that I'm working on this year is not just taking up space physically, like, performing and, putting on a beautiful outfit and showing everybody that, yes, I can be a curvy, I can be a fat woman and it's okay, but also emotionally taking up space too and being like, this is not okay. This is how I feel about certain situations. And like being okay with sharing my particular views and like people coexisting with my views. And it's taken me a really long time to not be the people pleaser that I was conditioned to be and just be like, this is my opinion. I respect your opinion, but it doesn't mean I have to agree with it. I have really stepped up in that way through the past few years, just growing into myself. And, now I'm in my mid 30s and I'm raising a preteen. And, I am so sure in who I am. I'm so sure on what my views are. And I am okay with who I am. And that's one thing this year that I'm so proud of coming into is that I emotionally take up space as well as physically. So I will sit here and be myself. And if people aren't okay with it, that's fine. You don't have to be, but I'm still here. I think that there's a level of uncomfortableness that you have to be in life to grow. And yeah, I'm just so fine with being who I am now. There are some times on social media that I can't bring myself to share content, mainly because I don't feel good. If I'm not happy, then, why would I be sharing a happy vlog, or why would I be sharing happy photos? And I think it's really important that even in these low times, people follow you. Like, I know you guys follow me to see my life. And that means showing you everything. If that means I'm having a bad day, I'm going to show you my bad day. And I think that, normalizing sharing that online is really important because online is such a huge place and we are like sponges. We take in all the information to the point where like what we see online can actually affect our day. So I want to be a shining light and I want to be, hope for some people. And I want to show people that, you can still live a happy life even if everything is like turning to shit around you. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you would know that I am a singer at heart. I have been singing since far out, like the age of 7. I remember singing at my primary school when I was young, and I've done quite a few things with my singing. I've traveled all over the world, I've been on some TV shows, and like music has always been a big part of me, but also the way I experienced the performing arts industry has really taken a toll on how I am when it comes to singing now. Like, I spent a lot of years feeling really anxious about singing and not being able to learn lyrics. And, because I was just so burnt out that I had spent so long trying to be this musician that everybody wanted me to be, but I really just didn't feel it in my soul. And now, as somebody who's in my mid 30s, I love singing so much and I really want to get back into it, but I'm going to do it on my own terms. And if that means just putting on a random show here and there to be like, hey, I'm coming back, like, I'll let you guys know. I'm still working on my self confidence and my self esteem when it comes to that. But I can still definitely sing and I still definitely love it. I think that being a singer in the past and having that experience when it comes to performing has really been helpful for me in this content creation world because I can show up and be in front of a camera and I can, curate my life, even though I don't like doing it. I am such a raw and honest person, and I really just need to be that. And I think that the right people will come and join my community and follow me. But I feel like being a singer has really helped with, what it takes to be in this world of content creation. The level of showing up that I had to learn as a singer, I can now take into the content creation world. And I can confidently say that, I love it so far. I mean, I've worked with a couple of brands and I love the content creation world and the opportunities that it can bring you. And like, I'm just so excited to hustle and just, be who I want to be and show you guys exactly who that is. I think as a woman, it's really important to showcase my ability to be vulnerable and feminine, but also like when I need to step up and, show people like the boss lady in me, I can do that as well. Because, you know, I'm a mum at home, I'm a partner. I love living like the feminine soft life, but also I'm so eager to get out there and just be like, yeah, like plus size women, inclusivity, yay. Like I want everything going up to a size 34, you know, like so any woman who's struggling with, you know, finding clothing or confidence or finding the right swimsuit that suits you, I understand and I have been there, and I am so here to show you that it's not the end of the world and that you can reclaim your confidence and find that love for yourself again. You just have to take the time. And that's what I've been doing over the past 5 years. But I think it's really important for people to share their realities and be honest and upfront about, you know, their lives and how they're feeling. And like, you know, like I'm not having a good day today. I don't think I can come out to lunch, or I'm having a horrible day. I have to work and I don't think I can show up properly. Like, I think it's really important to be honest and be real about where you are in life. And I think the right people will align with you, and the people that don't align with you will just drop off. And that's okay, because there's like 7, 8 billion people out in the world, and, you know, there's someone for everybody. I just want you to know that you're not alone. All of us out here, we're just trying to figure ourselves out. And we're just trying to be the best that we can be, while also, you know, either raising a family or looking after a family, or just even looking after yourself. Like, that's a struggle, and you're not alone. Like, we're all here trying to make something of ourselves, right? And I think like a little kindness, a little compassion, and more love and less hate. Like, I'm so sick of everybody hating. Like, I just want a loving world. And I think it's really important that we give each other that, if anything. Guys, I'm going to leave this video here. I've never done a video like this, but I just want to thank you. If you've made it to the end, thank you so much for watching today. And if you could, I would love it if you could like, comment, subscribe, anything. That would be so helpful. I think I'm going to use this place as a little bit of a diary, just to share my life and just the realities and the rawness of it, because I can share more here. I can have long videos if I want to. So I'm looking forward to the next video. Yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Anything else you want to see, I'm so happy to share it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!